Hi, this is yet another Ham, and in today's video I'd like to introduce HamAlert to you and show you an import-export function from your logbook. So what can HamAlert do for you? HamAlert is a great tool where you can configure alerts, as the name suggests, for several conditions for spots in DX clusters, and once these conditions are met, you receive a notification on your smartphone. So, for instance, if you are looking for a certain country, maybe, I don't know, you never radio to someone from Algeria, then you can set up a trigger for the DXCC Algeria. Maybe you want the spotter being in, let's say, Germany, and you want to do SSB. Then you can define the target, whether you want to receive via app or 3MA, Telnet, and so on. And then we name this Algeria and click on Save. And now, every time someone from Germany spots someone from Algeria in SSB, you will receive a notification on your smartphone. But what if you want a list of all missing DXCCs here in HamAlert? Defining all these triggers manually is quite an effort, so I wrote 2 scripts which will help you with that. I delete the trigger, and now let's see what these scripts can do for you. The first thing you need is your logbook exported to an ADIF file. And when you do this, you just make sure that the information DXCC is contained in the export. Not all programs do this, so you must make sure that this information is present in the log file you will export. The second thing you need is a script which I provide on GitHub, and you can download this by clicking here, download zip file, and then you can save the zip file to the same location where your logbook is stored, and then copy all these files to the folder. Here we have 2 scripts. The first script will create one single trigger for all the missing DXCCs, and the second script will create one trigger per band. So you can switch off the triggers separately. So let's build the triggers. You can open the PowerShell scripts with the installed Windows PowerShell ISE and edit them. We need to set up a few variables. The first thing we need is a session ID. The session ID is stored in a cookie and authenticates you at the HamAlert server. You can get it if you open the browser. After logging in to HamAlert, press F12 to open the debugger tools, and then you can find the PHP session ID value here in this cookie. You can close that and enter the session ID. JSON template. Here we need to enter the path where the JSON template is located, which came with the script. And same thing here with the reference file where all the DXCC information is stored. And last but not least, the path to your log file. Okay, and now we're good to go. If you'd like different modes than SSB, you can amend it here. But for the moment, I stick with SSB. Before we run the script, please make sure if you run it for the very first time that the invoke web request line here has a comment, because most likely if you do it for the first time, you run into some errors and we just don't want to fire invalid requests to the HamAlert API. We run this script now for the first time. I'll save it, and now we run into an error. For demonstration purposes, on many Windows systems, it is not allowed to run PowerShell scripts. So if you run into this error as well, then you can copy this environment variable from the top, paste it here, and then we can run this script again. Then we see some verbose output, what the script is doing, and depending on the size of your log file, the parsing can take some time. So let's wait until this is finished. The script is finished now, and we have 2 error messages which are related to missing DXCC entries in some log records. So for me, it's safe to ignore that. It took around 5 minutes to complete. And now the only thing we need to do is to send the trigger to the HamAlert server. I do it by copying the last line, so I don't need to run the whole script again and wait further minutes. And as we can see, status code 200, all good. Now checking out the trigger page, and I can see my trigger with 137 missing DXCCs. So the only thing I need to do now, edit, remove the band, and save. And now I'm good to go. Now let's check out the other script, which creates the triggers per band. Basically, we need to do the same stuff here. JSON file, DXCC file, cookie, and logbook file. So this stuff can be copied from here. So I will copy these lines to the script. You can change the wanted bands as you need. So if you want 80 meters as well, or 17, 12, whatever, you can amend this line wanted bands. And now we're good to run this script as well. And here in this case, I take the comment out of the invoke web request line so that the triggers are created once the script has done the logbook parsing. And now I run the script, and then let's wait until it's finished. The second script is ready now, and as you can see here in the JSON output, 4 triggers have been created. So let's check the result on the HamAlert page, and here you can see the 4 triggers, 1 for each band, which we have defined earlier in the script. And now you should receive all the alerts in your mobile app or whatever target you'd like to configure. Default is app, and you can add the other targets as you need. That's all for today. Hope you found this video interesting. If you did, leave me a like. If you have comments for other videos, leave a suggestion. 73.